autumnal, seasonal, low-cost budget soup.
So this costs approximately €1 per portion. You'll make 5 portions of soup. It will cost us approximately €5. This is a squash, but you could replace with sweet potato or pumpkin, curried butter bean soup. Easy to make, takes 20 minutes or 30 minutes from start to finish. Delicious, works great for a meal prep. And as Shawnee said, it's the perfect accompaniment for good bread.
This one is super simple and easy. Look, there.
Look at that. We've our own sourdough bakery, and I think just
soup is the best excuse to eat loads of bread.
We're cooking this in a 5-litre pot. Put it on high heat. We're going to put in 1 tablespoon of oil of choice.
We have finely chopped 1 onion. So whatever onion you have, pop it in. And I'm going to go in with a decent pinch of salt. Very important when you're cooking soup is to season as you go, so you're not left until the end. I'm going to go with a nice pinch of salt.
So traditionally a mirepoix or a soufried was often used. We're going to sweat it, which is an important technique. And one way we're going to just increase the flavour compound is we're going to finish this with coriander. You could use parsley or whatever herbs you have. Just chop the stalks in now and fry them in just so you're getting more flavour in. Because as a chef, you're just trying to really wield as much flavour as you can.
So foundational components are onion, carrot, and we've got some stalk of a herb. We've added in a decent pinch of salt.
And we've half a thumb-sized piece of ginger. So take your thumb, half your thumb as we call it here.
Don't cut your thumb. No thumbs hurt in the making of this video. Okay, Stephen Flynn, tell us some of the components of what you love most about soup.
Oh, okay, so this one has, one of the keys to good health is to eat more fibre-rich foods. This is packed with fibre. And one of the second keys, according to the American Gut Project, is to try to eat 30 different plant-based foods in a week. This soup has somewhere between 12 to 15 different plant-based foods. And
it'll taste amazing. And as we said, it's the perfect accompaniment to lots of good quality bread, which we love this time of year. So it's so comforting. And one of my big things which I love about soup is it's perfectly acceptable to eat for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Like, it works just fantastic.
Okay, in goes our diced ginger. I have 2 cloves of garlic, which I'm going to just slice while Dave fries that down.
Yeah.
And don't worry about your, how finely diced you do it. It does increase the surface area, so it does enable more flavour distribution, but we're going to blend this, so it's grand anyway. While Dave's frying that down, I've got 1 butternut squash. The main reason we're using squash is it's in season on the farm now, but you could use whatever you have.
And there's so many different types of, this is a butternut squash, but there's Crown Princes, there's Queensland Blues, there's Polymarons, there's Cabocha squashes. There's so many different. A lot of people think pumpkins are just for carving, but pumpkins obviously are just amazingly sweet. They last all winter, so they're a great vegetable, and they're just such a great source of carbohydrate and beta-carotenoid.
Butternut squash, I'm peeling it and I'm removing the seeds. The seeds you can keep and toast separately if you want, or you can keep the seeds to plant another squash next season if you are a keen gardener. They are roughly chop the squash. Don't get too caught up in the size. When you roughly chop the squash, try to chop it into consistent sizes so it cooks evenly. So I didn't stir the onions and carrots for a little bit. It's starting to stick a little bit, so a handy technique is just add a little bit of water, deglaze it, and just mix it through it. The steam is going to encourage it to cook quicker, and what the steam does is it just absorbs those flavour and starts to build our sauce or the basis of our soup. So once our squash, as it's ready, just add it in.
And as we said, we're going to season as we go. So I've got probably half a teaspoon of salt I'm going to add in. It's going to help break down the cell walls and start the kind of cooking process immediately.
So far we've been cooking for approximately 5 minutes while we prepped our veg. We're going to add in our seasoning. So we've got 1 tablespoon of curry powder. In it goes. I'm going to go with 2 tablespoons of tamari. Just pop it in at this stage now. Tamari, you could use our wheat-free soy sauce.
A small pinch of salt.
Mix it round, and we're going to what's known as sweat the veg. What we're trying to do is get the veg to release lots of their moisture and create a little bit of char, which is just going to add more flavour. Cooking is a game of subtle details, and things like this will just add more flavour to
So I'm
cooking.
reducing the heat down to medium heat.
Pop a lid on and leave it to sweat for approximately 5 minutes. Okay, so we left this sweat for approximately 5 minutes. Oh, look at that.
Like the smells and the aromas are just delicious.
And look at that, the veg is starting to really break down and look great. Okay, time to build our soup.
So in terms of liquids, the kind of ratio is probably about 3 to 1 in terms of liquid to actual vegetables. So we've got 1 litre veg stock, in it goes into the pan.
400 ml of chopped tomatoes. In they go.
And we have 400 ml of coconut milk. So the coconut milk is going to just add a delicious creaminess. It goes fantastically well. It balances off the sweetness of the squash.
If you do want to make this lower in fat, use low-fat coconut milk. And if you don't want to use coconut, just replace with yogurt of choice. Soy would be our preference.
So I turn this back up to full heat, and we're going to bring this to the boil. Soup's been boiling for about 15 minutes there, gently, at a gentle boil.
And you'll see it, like, all you're looking for here is that the squash is nicely cooked. So when I insert it with a knife there, it should just come in buttery, like butternut squash. Once that's ready, it's time to bring our soup together.
So I'm turning it off heat, and I'm taking an immersion blender. This is called an immersion blender or a stick blender. They're quite inexpensive, and they're much more effective for soup rather than a food processor or a blender. But obviously a food processor or a blender works fine.
When making a soup, we'll always say there are 3 really important components to a great soup. Number 1, color. You want a clear, strong color. This one is going to be bright orange or yellow. Perfect. Number 2, texture. You want it either silky, smooth, or chunky, but not somewhere in between. And finally, the 3rd one is to season it. Make sure it's really, really balanced. So first step, we're going to get smooth texture and a nice bright color.
Boom, there we go, beautiful. So blend until smooth. As you can see, it's got a very defined orange color and beautiful silky smooth, nice and starchy and delicious, perfect for autumn and winter.
We've got bright color, we've got smoothness. Most important thing is to season it. Right now, first thing we're looking for is, does it have enough salt? So as we'll often say, no amount of fancy cooking technique will make up for an under-seasoned dish. So what I'm looking for here is that it tastes balanced. There's a nice pop of flavor.
Delicious.
If it tastes flat, it needs more salt.
Very good. Really, really good. I think it's adequately salted.
Okay. If it's too thick, what would you do, Mr. Flynn?
If it's too thick, like this is slightly too thick, I'd add a little bit more liquid to it and thin it down. So liquid being veg stock or water. If it's too thin, I would add in, for example, more butternut squash or a can of chickpeas or a pan of butter beans. Something that's starchy that's just going to help give it a bit more body and a bit more carbohydrate to it.
That's tasting well seasoned. An important step here is we're going to add a little bit of lime. The bit of acid is going to cut through the coconut, the fat from that. And it's also going to add a bit of vibrancy. So just a little bit of acid. So that's juice of about half a lime.
And we're going to stir that through it.
Okay, so we have our tin of butter beans, so approximately 250 grams of butter beans. We're going to add that in. It's just going to add a bit of bite, a little bit more texture, a little bit more intrigue.
A bit of je ne sais quoi.
You could add lentils, black beans, kidney beans, whatever you have. So
we're going to plate this up. We're going to show you exactly how we plate it up. I will get a few of these butter beans because they do just give a nice kind of, what's that?
A little bit of coriander to the side. I've got a little bit of chili oil. I'm just going to dab that across. And then I've kept a little bit of that coconut milk, just a small amount, and I've got it kept to just put a little bit of water so it's the right texture. We're just going to do a drizzle. Another drizzle on the inside.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is our simple, low-cost, plant-based, delicious autumn soup. So it's a butternut squash and butter bean soup, curried, coconut milk, absolutely yummy, banging with flavour. And the big thing that we want to get across to you here now is that soup is really a framework. It's a framework. What we've given you here is we've showed you this recipe, but it's really to empower you that soup is very easy. It's very customizable and adaptable to what you have and what your preferences are.
That is so delicious.
So I think the great thing about soup is it's just it goes so well with good quality bread. And it's so wholesome and nourishing this time of year. We are Dave and Steve from the Happy Pear. We have a recipe club. It's on our app, which is all about supporting you to eat more veg. It's a full community. It costs less than a price of coffee per month. So very inexpensive.
And the goal is if you eat more veg, you're going to be healthier. And as you're healthier, you're going to be happier. So the goal is to ultimately make yourself happy. Thank you for watching. Wishing you a super day. Thanks a mil. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.